Let's see, my face. Anyway, so I just had this comment on my last video about the gap year between high school graduation and university attendance. And it's a fair question. It's a fair question. And it went something like this. Why should we have to pay for our children when they're taking time off from school, when they should be in school? That wasn't the exact phrase, but it's roundabout. That's what it is. And also, she made a point about sometimes they take that gap year and they don't ever go back to school. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's take part one and then part two. Part one being paying for your student when they take their 1 year, 2 year gap year. I never said pay for them, okay, while they're taking their time off. I said put them to work, okay? They're going to be making money. It's time to teach them what they didn't learn in high school. And I can guarantee you they did not learn in high school how to manage money, how to pay bills. They didn't learn anything like that. I can guarantee it. Because they're too busy teaching other woke things, like the false history of slavery and all that other kind of stuff. They didn't learn anything about managing a home. This time is the best time to be teaching them. Why? Because they're in a safe space to fail, all right? If you send your child off to university right away, they're going to run out of money. They're going to be begging you for money for housing, for books, and everything else. And there's a whole list of reasons why that's the case. I can go into that in a later video, and I will. I promise you that. But right now, let's stick to the comment at hand, and that is not wanting to have to pay for your kid during their gap year, okay? Teach them while they're earning money, all right? Teach them what it means to miss a payment on a cell phone, or miss a payment on car insurance, or miss a payment on their car. Teach them what it means, because it's safer for them to fail at home where they can regain that lost ground. Because if you send them out into the world and they fail, what happens? Catastrophe. And they're going to come running back home. If you teach them that now in their gap year, when they learn that lesson and they go off to university, or they stay home and go to university, which is something that I'm an advocate for. I'll explain that in a later video. But either way, when that time comes, it will be a lesson that they have learned there at home. Okay, and I taught my kids this. One's an anyway. I taught my own kids this, and you should be teaching yours. Let's address the other one, and that is the fact that they never go back to university. This is also a discussion you need to be having with them before they graduate high school. You, as a parent, need to listen to your kids, and kids, you need to be talking to your parents about what you're really looking to do when you graduate high school. What do you really want to do in life? What's your passion? Okay. I need to keep making videos on this because so many of you parents are sending kids off to university to do what you want them to do rather than they want to do, which leads to changing majors during during your senior year of college. It's a considerable waste of resources and money. If they don't go back to university after their gap year, that's their problem, and you need to be communicating that to them. Most of them will go back eventually because they're going to be realizing, and that's. I'm so against universities. It's hard to maintain this conversation because I'm so dead set against university to learn life skills, because you don't learn any life skills at university, especially now. You learn all this brainwash stuff like sexuality and what it means to hate capitalism and all this. It's just insane at the indoctrination that you get at university. It's so hard to talk about that. But back to the thing, back to my point. My point is this: if they don't go back, it's because they didn't learn anything during their 2 year or 1 or 2 year gap year, or they found a career during that gap year that they want to stick with. May not be the career that you wanted them to have, but it may be something they're passionate about and they're actually making a living out on their own. That's what happened to me. But I joined the military right out of high school, so I've got a whole other story to go along with that. So, recap. When I said take a gap year, I didn't say anything about you as a parent still footing the bills for them. No, do not. Do not foot the bill for them. They can still live at home if they want to, but that's when you start teaching them about rent. Charge them rent. That's what my parents did to me. When I came back during my reserve time for the reserves in the military, I was charged rent to live at home. I paid for my own food. I paid for my own car. We didn't have cell phones then, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I paid my own way. Your children need to be doing the exact same thing. Kids right out of high school today don't know anything about checking accounts. Checking accounts don't exist anymore, but they didn't learn anything about taxes, bank accounts. They don't learn any of that stuff in high school unless they went to like a prep or homeschool or something like that. But if they went to public school, I can guarantee you they didn't learn any of that. And if they did by chance, then you're one of the lucky ones. And I mean one of the lucky ones, not multiple. And if they decide not to go back to college, find out why. There's a reason why. But I still believe in the gap year. I'm still a proponent of that. I'm going to push it as long as I can because I believe in taking that time off between high school and university for them to get the experience they're going to need to appreciate the education they're trying to gain in a university. I hope this answered the question, but if it didn't, comment some more. Hit me up some more. Complain, all that other kind of stuff. I look forward to it.